Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Friday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking, and Sandhills Beef Company. American producers feeding Americans because monopolies won't get us anywhere. According to 1011 News out of Nebraska, Tyson has suspended Iowa plant managers amid a virus bedding claim. Yesterday, Tyson Foods suspended top officials at its largest pork plant in Waterloo, Iowa, and an investigation was launched into allegations that the top officials were betting on how many workers would get infected with coronavirus. Tyson CEO Dean Banks said that he was extremely upset about these allegations against the managers and that these actions do not represent the company's values. Tyson has received criticism over recently amended wrongful death lawsuits in which plaintiffs' lawyers claim that Waterloo plant manager Tom Hart organized a cash buy-in winner-take-all betting pool for supervisors and managers to wager on how many employees would test positive for COVID-19. Supposedly, Hart organized the betting pool back in the spring when the virus was spreading throughout the Waterloo plant. At that time, more than 1,000 of the plant's 2,800 workers tested positive for the virus, and 6 were killed after being infected with the virus. Democratic State Representative Ras Smith, whose district includes the Waterloo plant, said that the managers were knowingly allowing the virus to spread like wildfire throughout the plant and the community. During the time of the alleged betting, Tyson was resisting pressure from local officials to shut down the plant as a safety precaution. Tyson claimed that the plant, which can process up to 20,000 hogs per day, was a vital market for farmers and it was critical to the meat supply. During the outbreak last spring, managers continually told workers that they needed to stay on the job to ensure that Americans did not go hungry. At the same time, those managers were avoiding the plant floor themselves because they were afraid of contracting the virus. John Casey, an upper-level manager, told workers that the virus was a glorified flu and not that big of a deal. He also told his subordinates to continue working even if they exhibited signs of the virus. Tyson has asked a federal judge to dismiss the lawsuits regarding the 6 individuals that died after being infected by the virus, stating that the exclusive remedy for workplace injuries under Iowa law is through the workers' compensation system. The company's lawyers also claim that the plaintiffs have not been able to prove that the deceased workers contracted the virus from the plant and not elsewhere. RFD-TV has reported that people are starting to panic buy as fear spreads that there may be a second wave of product shortages in the near future. Some retailers are starting to put limits on various paper items such as paper towels and toilet paper. Some are even putting limits on cleaning supplies. COVID-19 infections in rural America have broken records for 8 straight weeks now, and for the first time, rural COVID-19 deaths topped 2,000. These deaths set a record for the 4th straight week. The number of cases in rural areas increased by 36%, and that is more than double the number from 3 weeks ago. The Beef Read, written by Cassie Fish, reported yesterday that the cattle futures took a dive as rumors spread about packing plant closures or slowdowns due to COVID-19, none of which are true. A few facts that Cassie stated are true right now. Steer carcass weights have dropped another 2 pounds week over week to 924 pounds. This is down 7 pounds from the high 2 weeks ago, signaling that carcass weights may have finally found a ceiling. As of midday yesterday, choice box beef rallied to $238, inches away from the 2019 November high. Packer margins continue to increase into record territory for November, with cash cattle prices barely holding steady this week. Cassie closed by saying that even though packing plants are using great caution when it comes to COVID-19, fear-mongering has been rippling through the cattle markets all week. Finally, National Beef Wire reported yesterday that choice box beef ended the day at $237.70. That was up $1.86, and select box beef ended the day at $213.89, and that was up 27 cents. That's all I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone had a great week. Have yourself a super weekend, and I'll see you guys Monday morning.